Alrighty. What's up, you lagging motherfuckers? You should get right here on this Wednesday afternoon. Back again with another video. Right here on the PG Gamer YouTube, right on youtube.com/PGamer. If you're for watching, make sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button down on this channel and all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share this video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap the bell, turn on all my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, do it now! Do it now. That's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this steamy, warm, once again, warm. It felt like 100 today. Oh, God. And you can tell that the sun's directly in my face again. 6 o'clock, as always. The sun gets right in my face. What else is new? Gives me like shine, but I can't really move. Just the sun's coming out from it's hitting the next door neighbor's window and comes right on my face. Oh, I can't do anything about it. So if you can't see me, well, do it. And that's it. So on this steamy, warm, hot Wednesday afternoon, almost Wednesday evening here in the Northeast, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT review for June the 8th, 2021 from the Capitol Wrestling Center in St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, like I said, you can see me. I can't stop it. I don't have a freaking blind or anything. It is what it is. And if you don't like it, well, get off the channel and blow me. That's all I gotta say about that. So, all right, last night NXT show before this Sunday's In Your House takeover in your house 2 event. That a lot of people saying it's, the card is pretty goddamn weak, but not the greatest card in the world for a takeover show, but I still think there'll be another banger and then it'll kick some ass. That's all I really gotta say about that. So we'll see what happens. All right, so we had some interesting stuff on the show of a beautiful lady, and no, not Stephanie McMahon. That was out for a little bit, and now the sun's out. Thank you. Now, I guess, yeah. So we had a return last night. We had Poppy on the show. It wasn't really with Hunter and Regal. A couple of segments actually with Poppy. That was cool. And the show with all 5 men in that fatal 5-way match for the NXT World Title. That was kind of cool. The ending. Some new matches were announced for. Well, actually, one match was announced for Takeover. We'll get to that in a little bit. But still, the show was pretty good. As it always is, from NXT. And that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna try to get the ratings in just a second. Well, if you invest in WWE stocks, they went up a little bit. Not that anybody cares, but just saying. There's some news about Aleister Black about being prematurely released. Speaking of people leaving, earlier today, Leo Rush retired. that sucks. So I thought he had a good thing going for him with New Japan Strong, which he's going to finish up his dates there, and then he's actually going to retire. I mean, really retire. And I think WWE screwed him up. He had a good thing with Lashley, and then basically threw him to the curb. Then he showed up. Then he was in. He had that one date in AEW, and that was his last match because he separated his shoulder in the Casino Battle Royale match, and that was it. That's going to be his last. Well, not his last match, but like I said, he's still gonna fulfill when he gets healthy enough. He's gonna fulfill those New Japan Strong dates, and that's it, fam. And it was supposed to face Chris Bay at our indie show. So yeah, he's gonna Just sucks that Leo Rush, like 30 some odd years old and retiring from wrestling. So what's he gonna? I mean, I think he's got a singing career, so maybe go into that. I don't know. Speaking of release, Buddy Murphy's creating a big buzz on the indie scene right now, but yeah, because a lot of people want him, like New Japan, AEW. Braun Strowman's charging like $10,000 or more for an appearance, and WWE wants to bring him back for the draft. That's what I'm hearing. They want to bring they released him so they can bring him back with less money. All right, so the NXT viewership went up from last week. So that's good for NXT. For AEW, I hope it goes up this week, but I could probably see 400,000 this week, but we'll see. That. All right, so the ratings are in, and nice number they did. AEW drew an overnight average of 669,000 viewers. Yep, good old-fashioned 669. Could have been 666, it would have been nice, but 669 is even better. Which is up by 1,000 views from last week. So they did 668 last week. This week they did 669 with a 0.20 in the demographic. And pretty much that's it. Like I said, last week they why did I say it went? Oh yeah, okay. The week before that, they did 698,000. So that's that. So, NXT went down a little bit. Now they're going back up a little bit for the go home show, which wasn't that bad. That was that. So, I'm trying to see if I can find the Raw rating. I don't see that. Yeah, but other than that. Just an interesting wrestling day. WWE wants to make SummerSlam this year's WrestleMania. So they're going to make SummerSlam 2 nights? And make it 5 hours? Yeah. Nobody wants to sit through 5 hours of SummerSlam. I'll tell you that right now. But, they want to make this SummerSlam WrestleMania-like. If they want to do it with what's going to be rumored happening with Brock Lesnar coming back, taking on Bobby Lashley, and Sasha Banks. I don't have a shirt, but the boss. Well, I do have a chain, so I'll do that. The boss, Sasha Banks, coming back and probably cashing in on Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That match might happen. John Cena possibly coming back. At on SmackDown. And start his little feud with Roman over the Universal title. Those 3 matches. That's a WrestleMania-like show right there with those 3 matches, and other matches that might be on SummerSlam because it's in Vegas. It's a big city. First time in an NFL football stadium. For SummerSlam, I'm not talking about WrestleMania because they did WrestleMania where the Arizona Cardinals used to play back in Phoenix for WrestleMania 26. So, but first time ever in a football stadium for SummerSlam this year at Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders played. So that's that. And also, I just saw something about John Cena getting chewed out because he's not showing any more emotion. I wonder why. Basically, because the all the stuff with him calling Taiwan a country, and he's getting shit on. Well, he deserves it, but I mean, you make an error like that, and your reputation's going bye-bye. Even if you did freaking, apologize to the people in Taiwan in Mandarin. Why don't you just apologize to the fans too while you're at it? I'm sorry, kids. I'm sorry. I suck, kids. I suck. I killed wrestling children. I killed it. I killed your dream children. It's true. I mean, it's true. John Cena basically killed wrestling. Wasn't for him and the PG era, you think WWE would be doing this bad? Probably, but still. Linda McMahon, running for Senate. It's like, we're not, we're a PG company now. We're done with the violence and, the hardcore and the blood. I mean, you rarely see blood in WWE now unless it's like hardway blood. I mean, you don't see people bleeding anymore in WWE because it's PG. It's too violent. We'll never see TV-14 again on a WWE product, even with NXT. You want hardcore? Go to AEW. Go to Impact. Go to Ring of Honor. Well, Ring of Honor's not hardcore, but still, not as hardcore as they used to be. But still, they're not PG. But you want hardcore? Go to AEW because they have some hardcore stuff. Or just go to your local indie fed. Go to GCW, go to ICW, or go to H2O here in Jersey. You want violence? Come to Jersey. That's all I gotta say. Because Jersey is the most violent fucking state in America, I think. But I'm not sure about that. But New York is kind of violent too. But but Jersey, especially Newark. People that live in Jersey. Now, if you live in Newark, mostly Newark, which is crime central. I don't live in that fucking shithole. But it is what it is. So if you're from Newark, well, fuck you. And that's all I can say about that. So seen it, So WWE wants to make SummerSlam their WrestleMania this year. So we'll get 2 WrestleManias. We'll see. We'll see. They put on the matches that they've been talking about, those 3 matches I mentioned. And they want to get it done before the Pacquiao fight. So you'll probably see SummerSlam like at 6 o'clock. Because that Pacquiao fight's going to be like 11 to 12 o'clock at night, 11, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So in Phoenix, it's going to be like 8, 9 o'clock. So it is what it is. Thanks for the dislikes, motherfuckers, but it is what it is. That's basically it. So once again, going back to the NXT ranking, 669,000 views. Nice round number. So they went up 1,000 views this week. Not great numbers, but still. At least they're trying. And that's that. All right, let's get to this review. Let's not waste any more time. But for some odd reason, I went on StreamYard and my time limit didn't reset. It was supposed to reset today, but somehow I still got like an hour and change to finish left, so I think it's gonna reset later tonight or by tomorrow. It'll reset to full, but it is what it is. So let's get this out of the way and let's not waste any more time. All right, so NXT with a recap of last week with a back to beat people and like Killer Kross, and then we're supposed to have I think Killer Kross was supposed to have like a face-off with all four guys besides him, and of course the lovely Scarlet Voodoo. So we're gonna have that. So basically, it was the go home show. That's basically the only thing. They were gonna build up the other matches on the card, but a lot of people saying that the build up for this particular takeover has not been good. I disagree. And like I said, the card is kind of weak. And most of the matches, you really could put on an NXT show. Mercedes Martinez Lee, put that on freaking NXT. Don't put it on a takeover. And you don't have Hit Row on the show. You don't have Frankie Monet on the show. You don't have, the returning who came back last night, but she'll be back in the next one. But still, it doesn't feel like it has an oomph match. It's gonna look like a regular old takeover show, like a house show, if you will, or an episode of NXT. That's how it's gonna feel, but I'm not gonna have that, punch that all the tools before that have. This is takeover number 30. What number is this? This takeover 35, 36, I think. I could be wrong on the number, but still. And I think the next takeover is going to be it's June, so I was going to say SummerSlam weekend, but someone's going to be on a Saturday, and I doubt that they're doing NXT on a Friday night because SmackDown's on Friday, so that's not happening. So I would think they do it the week before SummerSlam or do it after SummerSlam, maybe the week after, like the Sunday after SummerSlam. And like August 29th, they'll kind of conflict because a lot of people NWA 73 show. Not in September, they have to do it the week after All Out, September the 5th. So probably September the 11th or 12th that they can do it. And I don't think they're going to do it on September 11th. But that's the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Where were you on 9/11? But it is what it is. So the next takeover, I think, will be something. I don't know if they're going to go, if NXT is going to go on the road, when they usually have takeovers in different cities that they used to have, like Toronto, NXT, Brooklyn, and New York, or whatever like that. I don't know if they're going to see that anytime soon, but it is what it is. And all that stuff. All right, so let's get into that. So we had what happened last week and what's going to happen this week. So we start the show with the first match. Austin Theory taking on Oney Lorcan. Was an okay match. We get a clip of how the match happened from last week, where the way and Lorcan and Dunn basically beat the crap out of each other. In the trainer's room. That's how this match happened. So was an okay match. The crowd was going nuts for Theory for some odd reason. Okay, but I guess Theory was playing the face. Not that he has to, but it's I just feel like Austin Theory is like there. He's just there in NXT. He's in. He's with his buddy Gargano. He's with Candice. He's with Indy Hartwell. I just feel he's just there. He's not. I'm like, he was the Evolve champion. I don't know if he was the last one, but he was Evolve champion. when I love the times I went to see Evolve when they came to New York City, Brooklyn mostly, very good. He was very good, very charismatic. Put on a good fucking match. But he just came over to WWE and they put him in NXT. And he was okay-ish. Lost to Adam Cole, of course. But then they bring him up to the main roster. They throw him with Andrade, Garza, and Zelina Vega, Los Ingobernables de Orlando. Then they kick him out. Basically, he was freaking jobber. Then they bring him back down to NXT, and then he comes back, now joining up with Gargano. Potential that he could be a North American champion. I don't think he will be a NXT champion, but he has the potential to be a great star for this company. For the WWE, I'm talking about. Like NXT too, but I just feel like he's not being used enough. He just feels like, he'll say just ridiculous things, with Gargano, but when he gets serious, he's serious. But I just feel he has so much potential, so much to give to NXT, and I don't know why Paul and Hunter, we're talking about Hunter and Sean don't see it. And William Regal too, because basically William Regal picked all the guys from Evolve. Mostly. Because I would see William Regal at a freaking Evolve show. I mean, the last time I saw him was when Drew McIntyre was in Evolve. And Gargano was in Evolve. He was there at the show, signing autographs, of course, and stuff like that. And he was at one with Ciampa and Thatcher. Because he was scouting guys for Hunter, and before Sean came in, he was scouting for Hunter, basically. That's why Thatcher's there. That's why Ciampa's there. That's why Gargano, Drew McIntyre was there. All the guys from Evolve went to NXT. Except for Darby Allin, because Darby was in Evolve. And the wars he had with Gargano, ho, 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 ho. Sad that Darby's not with NXT. Even though he probably would have got buried by I don't know. Actually, if Darby went to NXT, would he be as good as he is now in AEW with the band called Sting? Who knows what happened? The what ifs of wrestling. What if Darby Allin did not go to AEW? He got signed to NXT. Would he be this good? I know NXT is going to have their NXT Evolve show. That's what the Diamond Mine thing is, by the way, if you don't know. That's the new show, NXT Evolve, which I think is just going to be primarily on Peacock. So all the people that used to be were in Evolve before, they closed down, which I thought was a stupid idea. So they're kind of bringing back Evolve, but just under the NXT banner. So they're gonna have the NXT Evolve World Champion, the NXT Evolve Women's Champion, the NXT Evolve I can't even say it, and the NXT Evolve Tag Team Champions. I mean, do we need more titles in wrestling? More titles in wrestling, it's great, It's great, yeah. I want to bring back the $1 million belt. You gotta love pro wrestling. The sport. Oh, sport of professional wrestling, not sports entertainment. Kiss my ass if you think wrestling is sports entertainment. Kiss my ass. It's a goddamn sport, and Nick knows it. And anybody else who watches my show knows it. It's true. It's goddamn true. And I know my boy WJ is going live soon, but not that I'm going to join the show because I can't join. I would love to join the panel, but I'm basically half naked right now. I don't think you want to see that, unless you're a lady. But it is what it is. Anyway, so get back to Austin Theory and Oney Lorcan. They beat the crap out of each other. Pete Dunne comes down to the ring, and then Gargano comes down to the ring. I'm just going to paraphrase. I'm not going to read all this, but I have a lot of time. But still, they beat the crap out of each other for a while. And like I said, Pete Dunne comes out, and then Gargano comes out. Then eventually, Gargano and Dunne get kicked out by the referee, and then other referees have to take them to the back, and then to the back, they go all the way up the ramp. The match is still going on. Then they go to commercial. They're still there. I mean, really, Hunter, can you get some actual goddamn security and not some douchebags from the developmental center? I think you know what segments I'm talking about on this goddamn show tonight, last night. 2 goddamn, well, actually, the last segment they had 4 security guards. They cloned the other 2. 4 security guards. Remember back in WCW, they had like 80 security guards coming out for a big brawl, and they all got beat up. Hogan and the NWO would come out with like 50 security guards. Or, remember when Hogan and the NWO came out with the Hell's Angels? That was awesome. That was awesome. Or back in the Attitude Era, when Kennedy McMahon, came out with like 8 real police officers, and then when Austin beat him up, he got arrested. But yeah, Austin kicked the crap out of the freaking security guards, and Ciampa and freaking MJF and Cesaro used to be, they played security guards at the time. They got all beat up. So if you're a wrestler, you're a developmental wrestler, or just a wrestler in general, and some company like Vince McMahon or Tony Khan, gives you a call, gives your manager a call, it's like, we need you, we like to have Jimmy Smith, or whatever. Now I'm making up a name. Jimmy Baloney, we could use you as a security guard. Would you like to have $500 in your pocket? Sure. I'll get my ass kicked by Cesaro. I'll get my ass kicked by Killer Kross. I'll take a nice Saito suplex. Break my neck, and I'll still get $500. At least I get paid. Get paid more than I'm making in the local indie company in Butte, Montana, or whatever. I know it's Butte, Montana, but I say Butte, Montana. Have you Butte, Montana? Or Saskatoon? Saskatoon. I can't even pronounce the goddamn country. Not the country. The Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Say that 5 times fast. That's where Bret Hart came from. Bret the Hitman Fart. Great documentary, by the way, on A&E, the biography. Pretty damn good. I gotta rewatch it because I kind of they went over the stuff with Owen. With Owen, God bless his mighty soul, should be in the Hall of Fame. Owen Hart. They had Diana Hart. I don't think they showed Martha Hart. And if they didn't, thank the Lord. It is what it is. But they showed the other Hart family members. Like, I don't think they showed Davey Boy Smith Jr. They showed Natalia, of course. They showed Tyson Kidd. and Bruce Hart and Mikey Hart and no, the remaining members of the Hart family that's still alive, and the new generation of kids that they have. But still a great biography. But when I got to Owen, I lost it, man. It is what it is. But Owen Hart should be in the Hall of Fame and should have been a world champion if he didn't fuck it up. If Vince McMahon and Vince Russo didn't fucking kill him. Mainly Vince Russo, not Vince McMahon per se. Vince Russo killed Owen Hart. And you could go tell him I said that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it right now. Go to his Twitter and say, Peter Gilmore said that you killed Owen Hart. Because he did. Did Owen have to make an entrance from the goddamn ceiling trying to be fucking Sting? No. But that was his character, the Blue Blazer. He didn't have to come down from the goddamn ceiling. And he did it on Raw a couple of times. And on, I think, maybe a couple of, maybe Superstars of Wrestling and Wrestling Chat. Not Wrestling. Superstars of Wrestling wasn't even around. But still, he did it on a couple of Raws. Did it on a couple of pay-per-views. He didn't really need it. I just felt like they made Owen Hart the Blue Blazer to portray Sting when Sting was coming down from the rafters every Monday night, every Thursday night, every goddamn pay-per-view. That was Sting's thing. You know, he was in the shadows with the crow gimmick. You know, I cringe when every time I saw Sting come down from the rafters, I started cringing because you know, especially even after Owen Hart died, he was still kind of doing it because in '99 and 2000 and early 2001, WCW was dead basically. He was still kind of doing it here and there. I think he stopped doing it after Owen died. I think, I'm not sure, but. Yeah. But imagine if he kept. Is he always on Facebook? Okay. If you're on Facebook, WJ's live, so. Hi, WJ! Anyway. It is what it is, and that's all I got to say about that, so. Enough about Owen Hart and Sting and yeah. I think if Sting would have kept doing that thing, God forbid, Sting came down from the rafters one night on Nitro and the thing broke and splat. We had another Owen Hart incident, with Sting. Sting did that, and God forbid something happened to Sting like what happened to Owen Hart. I don't think we'll be seeing any of those aerial things anymore. Like people coming down from the rafters or anything. It's like the Inner Circle coming down from the top of the stadium and stuff like that during Stadium Stampede 2. Wouldn't be seeing that. And I think they probably get rid of bungee jumping and all that stuff because it's too dangerous. I mean, they have it at, if you've been to Action Park, which I think is in Long Island, they have a thing where you can bungee jump. I tried it once, I won't lie. I tried it once. I was scared to death. So I remember Owen Hart in the back of my mind. Nervous as fuck. I still did it. It is what it is. All right, Nick's in the chat says hi. Hi, Nick. What's that? And I will change the thumbnail. I forgot to do it, but I will change it just for you. All right. So anyway, going back to NXT. Sorry about that. I went off on a tangent as I always do. So Gargano and Pete fucking Dunne get thrown out. Match continues to happen. They go at it. Yeah. They keep going at it, and we get near the end, and as Pete Dunne and Gargano were getting escorted out, Theory slams Lorcan headfirst into the apron, but he's getting distracted by what's going on with the referees trying to get Dunne and his buddy Gargano out. He gets slammed first into the turnbuckle, and then Lorcan hits a half Nelson Uranagi suplex for the win. 1, 2, 3. So only Lorcan gets the win. I kind of figured he would win that match. Pretty decent opener. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. So that's that. You move on. All right, then we go to a segment with our good buddy, you know and love, that it's we have Eli Drake at his mansion, and he's in the shower, and he's singing the $1 Million Man's theme. And he talks about he's the only guy to fulfill the $1 Million legacy. Then we see a couple of hot chicks. Don't know where they got those chicks from, but they're basically, he's going on and on, and the girl's like, "It's great, it's great. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's great." And Eli couldn't give a crap. Not that he banged those chicks. I don't think he did, but but really, those chicks, bad acting as it is, but great. It's great. That's great. That's great. Oh boy. Anyway, he says he's gonna eat and embarrass Caitlin Grimes, and he says Ted's gotten to see everything around the house, including the chicks, and will now see his BMW, even though it was a Mercedes. Knowing that he can only live up to the legacy. It is what it is. He said, Eli said it was a BMW. They panned freaking, the front of the car, and it had a Mercedes-Benz logo on it. It's a small as fuck car too. Can you fit that car? I guess he could. It is what it is. But Eli's rich. He can buy a goddamn boatload of Mercedes-Benz cars. Just give one to me. It is what it is. My EFED character used to have like 7 Mercedes-Benz cars, all black and red, or black or red. Mercedes-Benz S-Class 720. $80,000 cars. And you wonder why I'm freaking poor right now. But it is what it is. I'm just joking. I'm not. So I'm not EFEDing right now. Water. So goddamn hot in the house. That's what it is. So yeah, I'm done. I'm kind of done with EFEDing right now. And WJ. Oh god, WJ. WJ came out with a new Facebook page today, the Wrestling Gods, and he told me he's having a tournament for another EFED that he's gonna make, and he's telling me there's a tournament coming up. Just make me the goddamn champ, and I'll be happy. I don't really give 2 shits. But knowing him. Knowing WJ, will give the goddamn belt to that piece of shit Brian the Goof. It is what it is, because he has a big hard-on for the Goof. That's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say. So anyway, So we got the priceless announcement coming up later in the show with Ted DiBiase and Eli Drake and what that's going to be about. But I think you know what it's going to be about. That's all I say about that. After that, we get a weird. I mean, we get this throughout the show, and we have say it was Michael P. Hayes, it was Doc Hendricks. Hendricks back in 1995. And freaking Beth Phoenix like, oh my God, it's Doc Hendricks. Where were you in 95, Beth? Anyway, so he hypes up TakeOver, announces some of the matches. Basically the first one he makes note of Ember Moon and Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's title. Cameron Grimes against Eli Drake, Mercedes Martinez and Xia Li, and the Fatal 5-Way NXT Championship match. So it's basically it for that. So yeah, so at least Michael Hayes gets some TV time. That's it. So if you like Michael Peer and Sexy Hayes, or if you remember Doc Hendricks from back in 1995, then have a good old time. And that's all I get about that. I mean, it felt like I was like, holy shit. Doc, it said Doc Hendricks. I'm like, am I watching Raw from 1995? What is this? What?
Excuse me, is this basic? No? Now, why would we use something so simple as that?
If you watch Golden Boy, you get that reference. Great anime, by the way. She loves me. Anyway, so we move on with that. All right, then we get the NXT Progressive Smart Move of the Week, which is Santos Escobar backing up Nash Carter last week, and Bronson Reed coming to the rescue and squashing Santos Escobar. So that leads to Legado del Fantasma in the ring. Santos calls out Bronson Reed. He says, after what happened last week with him getting squashed, he says, I'm going to make you pay. So on cue, Bronson Reed's out, the North American champion. He was going to tell Santos he's full of it, but it might have emptied out after he got squashed last week. So we see replays of that, and it's going all over the Capitol Wrestling Center on the Trons and everything. So add insult to more embarrassment, wherever that thing goes. So Legado's freaking out in the ring. Santos then challenges him to get in the ring and try it again. And Reed's like, okay, I'll do it. So it gets in the ring, and then MSK come out, and we have a 3-on-3 situation. Remember when I said that we're going to have that 6-man tag team match? Well, we actually get it, but there's a little twist to this little thing. Legado backs off. Escobar, I should have known you two weed heads were coming out. Well, he didn't say that, but, you two guys were coming out. Then he challenged them to a 6-man tag team match. Like I said, that was going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen on NXT, but now it's going to happen at Take, and it's going to be a winner-take-all match. So the North American and the tag team titles will be on the line. So always, the champions agree. And then Wesley wants to see the splash some more. So on cue, we get the replays, which pisses off Legado some more. So that's it. So that's the 5th and final match, I think, I don't know the exact card itself, but they usually have 5 matches on a TakeOver card. So I would think this is the final match on the card. So that's the 5th and final match. So we got MSK and Bronson Reed defending their belts against Legado del Fantasma. Winner takes all. That's basically it. I think Bronson Reed and MSK are gonna win that match because frankly, Reed, Bronson Reed just won the belt. I mean, he hasn't really defended it against anybody, until now. So, obvious logic tells you that the champs are going to retain. MSK is going to go on to face probably, well, I think they will face, that will probably be Champo next, because they're going to, I'll get to that in a minute, that Thatcher and Champo are getting, finishing their little storyline with the so young veterans. And then they'll probably get the next shot. But I think MSK is going to lose to the Hit Row. And that's it. So we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of Hit Row, before I give that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. All right. Speaking of Hit Row, they come out right after Legal past them. And then they get in the ring, they stay up with Reed and MSK. So I think, like I said, I would think, they didn't come out just to look at the Golf and then Phantasmas. They came out with a purpose. They came out and said, Isaiah Swerve Scott's there. It's like, oh, I'm next for the North American title. And I would assume that AJ Francis or Top Dollar and Ashanti the Adonis are going to be the next in line for the tag team belts, and B-Fab will just be there, just looking fabulous, and that's that. So they stare him down, and that's that. They have some trash talk, and then we get to match number 2. Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Killian Dane, who comes out with his little buddy Drake Maverick. Okay, match. Killian Dane just beating the crap out of Swerve for and then B-Fab distracts Killian Dane. Swerve knocks him off the apron. They roll him back in for 1 count, and then Killian Dane continues to beat the crap out of Swerve. Swerve actually gets a headlock. Worked. Basically, Killian Dane was beating the crap out of Swerve until the end. Getting to the end, and Killian Dane has Swerve on his shoulders. Big slam. And then a senton. Dane goes up, but gets stopped by Hit Row. I think it was by AJ. Just like, you want to fight? Come on, let's go. And Drake Maverick dives onto Ashanti the Adonis, but then gets wiped out by Top Dollar, AJ Francis. And then he and Dane continue to go at it, and Swerve kicks him off the top rope. Then he hits the knockout blow for the 1, 2, 3. Not the house call. It was basically a running kick, almost like the hell of a kick. But so Swerve gets the win, and it was an okay match, 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. And we move on. All right, then we see Poppy arrive to the building, and and then we go to Mackenzie Mitchell to the Candace story about why she's mad that Poppy's in the building. Candace talks about how she's taking all the attention from everybody. Poppy, I'm talking about. Then Indy comes in, and it's like, let's go find Dexter. Let's go find Dexter. He's like, I think he still cares about me. I really think he does. And Candace is like, why is Index still a thing? I mean, you guys were never an item. Why are we still talking about this goddamn storyline? And I'm like, thank you, Candace. Thank you. And that's it. And it gets worse. It gets much worse, ladies and gentlemen. It gets worse. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we go to a video of Cannons to the Moon. And he does a big cannonball in his pool. and he starts talking. We see somebody's feet. We don't know who it is. Probably a hot-looking chick with big. But cuts a promo about how he's worthy of the $1 million legacy. We see him lining up a cigar. He's like, nothing. So he lights up $100 bill, and catches on fire, and he puts the cigar, on it, and he starts choking. Must have been his first time with a cigar. I don't know. Then he drinks some booze. I don't know what kind, but and he's coughing at that. Then he's getting a massage from, and then the tables turn, and he's going to the back of the chick. I like that. He's giving the chick like a massage. Then he says he's going to focus on taking the $1 million legacy to the moon. That's that. So that's 2 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the ring, and we see Mercedes Martinez come out, and she was supposed to face somebody. We didn't get the girl's name. I guess some jobber from the NXT developmental system. But Max doesn't really happen at first because Xia Li came out beating the crap out of her, and then Mercedes fights back, and then hits Xia with a big kick. They go to the barricade, and Mercedes throws Xia Li over the barricade. He's gone, and that's it. And then the referee the match was not going to happen. It's like, no, I was thinking, wait, you got a jobber there. It's like cattle allergies. Come on. Can we get any love for the jobbers? Come on. So anyway, the referee's like telling Mercedes to get in the ring. She finally does get in the ring because she hits the air raid crash. 1, 2, 3. Poor freaking jobber. I mean, come on. 15 goddamn seconds. After wasting basically 2-3 minutes with her and Xia Li beating each other up. Yeah. That kind of threw me off. I was like, I know you're trying to build this Mercedes Martinez Xia Li thing because Xia Li wants revenge or what happened in the Classic 5-6 years ago. But it's not really a good build either. I mean, besides Mercedes Martinez getting marked 2 weeks ago, and then this week they have a fight, and that's it. So this jobber in 15 seconds gets on the top rope and is like, "Xia, you messed with the wrong woman." And I was saying to myself, yeah, I was like, Mercedes, you just wasted 15 seconds out of my goddamn time that I'll never get back. So I gave this 1 out of 5 stars. I was just, I don't like to give bad ratings to NXT because I think NXT is the better of the WWE shows. But you put this out, I have to question Hunter and Sean's thinking on that one. And that's it. After that debacle, we get Mackenzie Mitchell in the back with "Please, Hungo." They talk about Walter and basically his order to Fabian Aichner and Marcel Barthel to take them out, Imperium to take them out. So they wonder why Walter is so goddamn angry. He's German. What do you think? I say all Germans are bad, but they're mean and everything. But still, Walter's a mean guy. I met Walter, and Walter's a big ass fuck dude. Good guy, but fuck me, fuck. And if you get chopped by Walter, you better have life insurance, and a lot of it. Got chopped by Walter before, but God forbid if I did. You think I'll be here right now? I'll probably be in the ground in heaven. I'll probably be with my life. and not the good hell. Maybe the 69th level of hell, but they should be having fun. But it's what it is. So they argue about what the other Imperium members are named. So it's like, oh, we don't know who Imperium is. These members are Imperium because they could have released. So yeah, thanks for coming, Alexander Wolf. So now it's a trio instead of a four faction. So anyway, Tyler Breeze says that they have sour grapes over being beaten by Breezango for the to get the tag team belts, and now they have to beat them again on their way back to the tag team titles. And yes, just say we're gonna beat you again, and that's it. Now we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, then we see Ted DiBiase going towards the ring with a couple of security guards. It is what it is. All right, then we go to the awkward of the night. We have William Regal and Game Triple H. They welcome Puppy to NXT. Triple H, he says, and the tracks, thank you for using, letting us use your music. Because she does the NXT theme, she does Io Shirai theme, and maybe a couple others I don't know about. So he asked her when the album drops, and she's like, she picks up her phone, she looks at it. Now, so basically the album dropped at like 9:15 at night or 9:30 at night on Spotify and everywhere else. I just downloaded it today, so I didn't get to do it like at 9:15 at night, so I'm not that fast, but it is. So basically, and Hunter's like, and Papa's like, yep, it's on Spotify right now. And Hunter's like, man, technology's great. Anyway, then of all people, Dexter Creepy Loomis comes in, and Poppy's like, and Dexter has a drawing for her, not a bad drawing, gives it to Poppy, and then it just was goddamn awkward. So he's like, this face, with staring face, and Poppy just hugs him, and he hugs her back. It just felt awkward. And then Indy Hartwell comes in and see what's going on. He's like, yeah, fuck! She starts screaming and freaking out, running off. And then Triple H's facial expression. Oh my god! Triple H's like, and we like, oh my god! If you saw the still pictures on, it was just Google search it, Google image search that segment, and the Hunter and William Regal's face. It was just priceless. I mean, give those guys an Emmy. Oh. But then Hunter, Dexter's like, I mean, his eyes like grew larger than they were. And then they break the hug, and Hunter's like, his Hunter's like, and then they stop and they kind of pan over to Dexter, and Hunter's like, wow, awkward. That was awkward, yeah. So yeah, the Index storyline continues on. They're like, one week they love, one week they hate each other, one week you think they're gonna get together, and then just like a goddamn soap opera. And not a good one at that. Maybe like General Hospital or something like that. And for you Spanish people at home, telenovela. But at least the telenovelas are way better than a soap opera. It is what it is. And that's that. Now, I watch Days of Our Lives religiously, so it is what it is. Damn you, Jametta! John Block, my precious duck. I love Days of Our Lives. I just do. And if you don't like it, well, fuck you. That's that. So that was the awkward segment of the night, and we'll see what happens with Index as we go along. Will Dexter try to get Indy back, or we're gonna actually, get somewhere here with this very awkward storyline? Are they gonna actually get together? They're gonna kiss? They're gonna have babies? I don't know. That's it. We'll see what happens with awkward and the facial expressions by Triple H and Regal just priceless. What to say about that? Speaking of priceless, we see Eli and Cameron arrive to the Capitol Wrestling Center. They get out. We see the $1 million limo outside. They start arguing about their cars and like, your car sucks. Oh, your car sucks. They start arguing, and then one of the security guys says, guys, you better get to the ring because Mr. DiBiase is waiting for you. So they go back and forth. They had freaking jokes up the wazoo. Cameron tell Eli that he looks like a waiter because he's begging for tips. And then Eli says Grimes is the richest guy who lives under a bridge. And then Cameron's like, I'm so rich, I got 2 bridges. Oh my god. So they finally go to the ring. And Eli goes out first because Eli's great. And then Cameron Grimes comes and say, hey, hit my music. So they get in the ring with DiBiase. Or actually, before they're heading down the hall. Eli knocks some money out of Grimes' hand. Grimes like, you can't do that. That's a good money. So they hit the ring. DiBiase says this will be the ultimate test to prove themselves. And you have to have success. From the rafters comes a golden ladder. Golden ladder. That's actually nice. It looked pretty damn good. I don't know. It was a ladder from Walmart. Got some gold paint. Put some dollar signs on it. A sticker, whatever. Yeah, gentlemen. If you want to buy one, go to Walmart. That's all I gotta say about that. That's kind of cool. DiBiase says that you guys are gonna fight in a ladder match. So LA Knight's like, that's great because I'm so great. Knock Cameron Grimes' head off or just knock him off the ladder and shit like that. And he's like, I'm the only man who can carry on the $1 million legacy. He calls hillbilly. Takes offense to it. Says, well, I might be a hillbilly, but I'm gonna go to the moon and get that and get to the top. So, he's in this big red suit, which is neat. So he climbs the ladder. And he's like, Ted, what am I reaching for? And Ted's like, glad you asked that, Cameron. So he's like, guys, bring it in. So we get a briefcase. And they put it on that little pedestal, which I thought the belt was right there. I didn't know they had the in a suitcase or briefcase, if you will. Pedestal. He opens it up, and we see that it's the $1 million title that we haven't seen in 30 years. And the last time we saw it was Virgil winning it, and then I think DiBiase got it back somehow. DiBiase was there. I think I might be wrong, but I think the last time we saw it was 30 years ago. But I might be wrong because I think when DiBiase would come back for like Legends Night or Old School Raw and stuff like that, he might have had it with him. I could be wrong. But anyway, so yeah, the $1 million championship will be on the line in this match. So whoever gets it will win the $1 million title. So another title added to NXT. And this time it will be defended. Not just one goddamn time. Like it was back in the late 80s, early 90s. Well, it was Ted DiBiase fighting Virgil for the goddamn belt. It is what it is. So I think that's gonna be match of the night. That ladder match. That's probably the only I think that'll still the show be match of the night because I really don't. As much as I think the Fatal 5-Way will be a match of the night, I don't think it's gonna live up to that ladder match. That ladder match is gonna be awesome and brutal, if you will. So I gave that whole segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. Eli and Cameron just play off each other. It just works. And hopefully the match is great. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, then we go backstage. We have Killer Kross and Kyle O'Reilly going at it. No, they don't fight. You know, they're being held back by security guards and referees. And William Regal comes in. He's like, no more, no more. And they basically have to be pushed aside. That's that. How much time I got? Okay. I gotta get this done quick. All right. After that, we get an Everrise Rules ad. Basically, they announced that they're gonna be on the pre-show for Takeover, which I think will start at. Well, I think the pre-show starts at what? 7. So the pre-show probably be around 6:30. And I think it's gonna be on Facebook or Instagram or wherever the Everrise Rules show is on. Not that I watch it, but still, I like Everrise, but I just don't watch their podcast or anything like that. Not that many people do. One of the guys was trying to work out a new catchphrase, and didn't work. Because we find out the Million Championship ladder match is now official. You know, it was official, just had the added caveat of the $1 million title being on the line in a ladder match. That's it. And we move on. All right, so I gave that 2 out of 5. 2 young veterans, Drake and Gibson, taking on August Gray, as well as Anthony Green, and Ikemen Jiro. Who the hell is this guy? I mean, he comes out, he's wearing his jacket the whole entire match. No, I don't know if they got him from NXT Japan or where he came from, but must be on 205. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, this was kind of a squash match. I mean, Jiro came in and did some good stuff. It is what it is. Kind of, I mean, doesn't quite remind me of Hiromu Takahashi, you know, because he doesn't fight in the ring with the jacket. You know, when he comes out and he brawls with somebody, he'll have the jacket on, beat the crap out of somebody. But kind of had that Hiromu Takahashi vibe, you know, minus the Daryl stuff, you know, and him going the berserk like he does in Japan. But still, you know, put him and Jiro in a match. Takahashi wins hands down. Because Hiromu Takahashi's a fucking man, but it is what it is. Should get that junior heavyweight title back. 3rd time. But just not really doing much lately in Japan. Other than being in 6-man tag team matches or 8-man tag team matches with with Naito and Bushi and Shingo at times. And Evil. You know, Evil's part of Bullet Club now. Well, I mean, I'm not Evil. I'm thinking, why did I think of Evil for some reason? I don't know. What's that? Now, if you didn't watch Dominion, please go watch it. Please. Watch Shingo win the IWGP Heavyweight title. That's it. That's the IWGP title, yeah. That's the only good thing about Dominion. I mean, besides the other stuff that was great, but still, you know, Shingo and Okada, not match of the year, but still fucking good. And that's Dominion. And now the G1's coming up in a couple weeks. Can't wait for that. I can't wait for the G1. G130, I believe that it is. Not gonna be. Sadly, it's not gonna be in America. God damn! I really wish the G1 was in America. The tournament. I'm not talking the final. I mean, it could be at the Kurgan Hall or where anywhere in Japan, basically. But the entire tournament, the 4 week. I think it's like 4 to 6 week tournament. I think it's a 4 week tournament. I forget how many days exactly, but the whole tournament should be in America. I'm sorry. Just have like the different rounds be in America, like having in California, having in Texas, having in New York City. I would love the semifinals or the finals. Not the finals, but the semifinals. I'd love to have in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom or MSG. Have the G1 semis at MSG. Sell that place out. Was that 100% capacity now? Yep. If you didn't know that by now, MSG is now going back to 100% capacity, starting with the Foo Fighters concert coming up this month. That's great. That is awesome. Not that I'm going to go to the concert, but I'm glad that places like MSG are getting back to 100% capacity. Not this 33% crap. But still, when you go, you have to show that you're fully vaccinated. I'm okay with that. I mean, really, we don't have to. I mean, but still, we're still on this fucking virus. And you have to show that you're vaccinated. You just can't go. It's like, I'm vaccinated, but we don't know you are or not. That's how it's going to be until they lift that crap. We don't know when that's going to be. Probably next year at this point. But yeah, concerts are coming back. Wrestling's coming back. Everything's back now, just about. In the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area. That's awesome. Goddamn awesome. Slipknot's coming to town at the PNC. Lamb of God and Megadeth are coming to town as well. Sadly, in this moment, it's not coming anywhere near New York City. The closest they're going to be is in Pennsylvania. That's it. Well, I think they do have a New Jersey date, but it's not anywhere near here. But can't go there. Sucks. So I have to wait till either the winter or next year. Because I think after this leg of the tour, they're going to Europe to finish, to do all those dates. So if you had a New York date, we don't know when that's going to get rescheduled. Thanks for the $60 though, access, but still, you have to make up that date. You have to give New York City what they want. Come on. I mean, in this moment, doesn't really come to New York that much. Which sucks. Not that they used to back in the early days. Now you're rarely see in this moment, or basically any big time band come to New York that much. Just like Ring of Honor, nowadays Ring of Honor now. Back in the day, when Ring of Honor came to New York, you see them every 2 to 3 months. That was awesome. You get Final Battle, then the next show is like in March, like Manhattan Mayhem. Then the next show is after that, Best in the World or whatever. That was great. You have four, maybe 5 shows a year when Ring of Honor was in New York. Now you barely get 1 show, which is basically either, if it's not Manhattan Mayhem, it's Final Battle, unless they take Final Battle out and they go to Philadelphia or Baltimore. But hopefully we get Final Battle in New York City this year. Hopefully. Won't know yet, because they're only going to Baltimore right now for Best in the World come up in a couple weeks, and then they're going to Philadelphia. And hopefully wherever you may live. But a lot of people, asking Joe Goff and company, when you guys coming to New York? They don't have an answer. But hopefully they do have an answer soon. And they announced that Ring of Honor will have either a house show or they'll have a Final Battle in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Hopefully, I can go. I haven't missed the final battle yet. It is what it is. So yeah, so it's just great. So like I said, Slipknot's coming to town. Don't know if I'm gonna go. Hopefully, I can go. Probably won't have enough money to go, but it is what it is. Lamb of God and Megadeth are going on tour at the PNC. Probably not going to that. Sucks. Found out today that Black Label Society is coming to Irving Plaza in New York City in November. Hopefully, I can scrunch up some money just to go to that goddamn show with Prong and Obituary. I think it's November 7th, I believe. I'm not sure, but because I haven't seen Zach Wild in like a couple years. I haven't been to a concert since 2019, to be honest with you. But if I do go to a concert this year, hopefully I can go to Black Label Society or Avatar, because Avatar is coming to Irving Plaza in October for their hunting tour, whatever it's called. I forgot what the name of the tour is, but yeah. So it's either one of those. I as much as I love Avatar, and I saw him one time, when they were on tour with of Mice and Men and In This Moment's headlining. That's the only time I saw Avatar, and I was just blown away. They opened for In This Moment, and then they came out. They tore down the house. Holy crap! I think Rosa was with me at that show. I'm not exactly sure, but I might be wrong. But yeah, then Mice and Men came out. They were okay, not great, but And then In This Moment was last. And if you've been to an In This Moment show, you know how that is. So it's always awesome. But yeah, Avatar's coming back to New York City in October. Zach Wild's coming back in November. Gonna be a good late fall for concerts in New York City. Hopefully, like I said, I can go to at least one of them. And hopefully, I'll probably, if I can scrunch up some money for the Black Label show, I will go to it. Even though it's at Irving Plaza, which is kind of a little dinky little place, but still, I'd go if I can. If not, I'll just wait till next year. Just save up some money and go next year when there's gonna be a lot of concerts next year. Def Leppard, Poison, Motley Crue at Citi Field in I think June of 2022. Hopefully Vince Neil gets his voice back. Oh boy. Vince Neil did his first show in like a while, and he just sounded like shit. Good Lord. Like he lost his voice. Like, I don't want to see that. Like you go to Motley Crue, you expect Vince Neil to fucking deliver. I mean, he was with I think he was with Sammy Hagar, and he just sounded like crap. Like, what the hell? So hopefully Vince Neil gets his goddamn voice back. Because if he sounds like that doing the stadium tour, nobody's gonna go. Nobody's gonna give two craps about Motley Crue. I'm like, oh, you can't just stay retired. And that's that. That's it. And Slipknot, like I said, they're coming to. I don't go on off topic. I don't care. It's my show. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Slipknot, like I said, is coming to town this fall, I believe. Sid Clown, whatever, I forgot his last name, but Clown of Slipknot said on Loudwire that he wants to get the new Slipknot album out by the end of this year, hopefully. And from what he's saying, that it's God music, and I'll be the judge of that, because We Are Not Your Kind did not sound that great. You know, it had a couple great songs, but still, the album wasn't eh. And Clown saying that, like I said, it's God music, and basically saying that it's like Iowa 2.0. I mean, if you have Iowa, the heaviness of that album, which I think is their best album besides of all their albums, Iowa is just phenomenal. The debut album's good, but Iowa just like took it to like the next level. And then Volume 3 came out. It was okay, not great, but well, I just feel like this past album, We Are Not Your Kind, is kind of didn't have that punch, So hopefully this new album is good, because a lot of people saying that Slipknot is starting to turn into Stone Sour, like a lesser version of Stone Sour. But what does Corey Taylor think about that? Maybe let's go ask him. Let's go on his Twitter and ask, what do you think about this? And sad news with Slipknot, they are gone from Roadrunner Records. I mean, really. They had a 7-album deal with Roadrunner, and now they're the hottest act on Roadrunner, and now they're gone. So all Roadrunner has right now is Korn. That's fucking sad. For one of the, I think, the greatest metal record company in America. They lost all their acts. Sepultura is gone from there. Soulfly, I don't even know. Soulfly still? I think Soulfly's on a different label now. They're gone. Earth Crisis used to be on there. Gone. In This Moment used to be on there. Gone. I mean, who? I think management there just sucks. I mean, if Korn is going to be the only major band left on that record company, there's something wrong with the record company and management. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Because everybody's moving on the different companies like Nuclear Records and some other Atlantic Records. I think In This Moment's on Atlantic now. I don't even remember. I don't even know what album company they're on now, to be honest with you. But I should know. But still, yeah, all the big time metal acts, either they're making their own label like Metallica does with Met. What's it called? Met Records, I think it's called. Like everybody, doesn't want to go to a record company because the record company treats you like shit. In This Moment knows that firsthand with Century Media. They got out of that. It's like, fuck you, Century Media. They went to forget where they went before Roadrunner, but the management at Century Music treated them like shit. That's why Blake Bunzel and Jeff Fab left, and then Jesse Landry left. Not because of the record company, because they wanted to do the other things. You have to respect that, but still. In This Moment, almost freaking wasn't a band after that. We wanted to Got Blood. One of the best albums of all time from In This Moment, next to Tragedy, of course. It's not the record companies that break up bands usually. It's bands themselves. They can't get along, and that's what it is. That's that. All right, enough about that. And I talk too much. It is. All right, let's get this. All right, so the Grizzly Young Veterans against Ikemen Jiro. They win this match with Ticket to pick it up, Cam. That's it. The match gave 2 out of 5 stars. Then afterwards, Gibson yells at Ciampa and Thatcher, who are at ringside, sit down, looking at him. It's like, you guys are still here. You're like a lingering bad smell. It's like, we don't want to deal with you anymore. We want to face MSK next. They call them hooligans. I was like, you guys get it. Before you get a title shot, you have to go through us. So he challenges them to a tag team match next week, but not just any ordinary tag team match, a tornado tag team match. Tornado. And they slam a tornado. That's the question. Like Matt Hardy, he can slam a tornado. It is what it is. So yeah, so we're gonna get a tornado tag team match with the grizzled young veterans against Ciampa and Thatcher. I believe this is their 3rd match. And I hate to say it, but just send the grizzled young veterans back to NXT, please. I'm not gonna get the tag team titles. It doesn't mean nothing to them to be there. They're just gonna lose all the goddamn time. I feel like I'm getting Enzo Amore, Big Cass vibes off this team. You know, to get to the finals of the lose makes no sense. So yeah, that's that. All right. After that, we get Bobby Fish working out. He says, basically tells Oni Lorcan, I'm not done with you yet. I haven't forgotten what happened. Blah, blah, blah. All right, after that, we get Candice LeRae coming out to the ring. She said she's sick and tired of hearing about Poppy and this and that. Poppy comes out. Candice says, like, you hijacked my interview last week. You basically stole Indy Hartwell's boyfriend. And basically has brought Indy to tears and everybody else to tears. I'd be saying, Indy, you screwed up a great storyline. Indy up the relationship. He's just like, you do this the easy way or the hard way. So she basically tells Poppy to get in the ring. Poppy's like, I'm not a rapper. I can sing pretty good, but I know somebody who can. And out of the lights go out, and then we hear the music of Io Shirai, my 3rd wife, comes back. Yes. So Io's back, goes to the ring, beats the living crap out of Candice LeRae, and then her and Poppy celebrate, and that's pretty much it. So I'm so glad Io's back. She had a little thing in the back with Raquel. As her and Poppy were going backstage. Her and Raquel had a few words. So yeah, we're gonna see Raquel Io too pretty soon. That's just, I'd rather give the belt to Io. I'm sorry. Give the belt back to Io. As much as I love Raquel Gonzalez, not like that, but I love Raquel and what she's doing with the belt right now. She's unstoppable. She's like Rhea Ripley part 2. But still, Io was just an amazing champ. And I'd rather give Io the belt back and then have her lose it to Frankie Monet. Just give the belt back to Io for 3 months, then give it to Frankie Monet and let her hold it for like 6 months. Whatever. That's that. All right, then we got a rundown NXT TakeOver card, once again by Michael Pure and Sexy Hayes or Doc Hendricks. That's that. Then we go to basically the main event, Dakota Kai and Ember Moon, Raquel Gonzalez at ringside. This was a pretty good match. She does get involved, and she hits Ember with a cheap shot, causing a disqualification. So Ember Moon picks up the victory by disqualification. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Raquel Ember Moon comes from behind and attacks. Basically kicks the crap out of Raquel. The choke slam. Ember got out of it, hit a modified Eclipse. Then she goes to the top rope, hits another Eclipse, which Raquel sold perfectly. It was great. Knocks her out, and then she gets the title, and that's it. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. I don't think she's going to win, but it is what it is. Raquel's going to win. Going to retain. That's that. All right, then we get Killer Kross. He's going to do with a promo, talk about the other 4 guys he has to face, and he says we don't have to wait till Sunday to get flatline. Let's go to the ring and talk. And tell him don't be late. Tick tock. That's it. And then we go to the ring. Kross and Scarlett are there. When Regal comes out, it's like, win this. It's like, I've seen enough tonight. That's it. That's it. So Kross like, you don't run anything here. Especially you don't own me, because I'm the champ. I do what I want. Boy. Says I'm not leaving until the other 4 guys come in and get their butts kicked. So Kyle comes out first. And basically says that, it's only a matter of time until somebody comes out and takes your belt. Comes out from somewhere else. Says, call a doctor because I'm sick to my stomach. Get the sick burns and stuff. And tells Kross that you're not Johnny Wrestling. You're not Johnny Takeover. And tells Kyle to shut up and then go for a walk. And then Pete Dunne comes in, tells them to shut up. And says that I'm gonna become champ. And then a good Adam Cole, baby, comes on the Tron because he's smart. Basically tells Kross is the biggest moron of them all, and he can be beat, and that he's gonna win the belt. He's like, I already beat Kyle, I already beat Gargano, I already beat Pete Dunne, and just for good measure, I'll beat Killer Kross just to win the NXT title back time. And basically says Kross's reign has been one big disappointment, which is true. So that's that. And then the 4 guys in the ring start beating the crap out of each other. Kross getting beat up, beat everybody. Comes in, they get beat up. And then out of all this madness, Adam Cole is actually in the arena and hits a super kick on Killer Kross, and then the last shot off the ropes, the back of the head, and then he grabs the title and poses with it to end the show. And as we all know, when somebody holds the belt up before a pay-per-view, you know they're going to lose. Hopefully that won't be the case Sunday. I really hope Adam Cole, Baybayy, wins the belt for the 3rd time, because one of them is going up to the main roster. One of them. I think it's going to be Killer Kross, because I really do not want Vince to even sniff Adam Cole. Baybayy. Because if Adam Cole goes to Vince, Vince is going to take his golden goddamn shovel that he's used with everybody else from NXT, except for Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, of course, and Dean Ambrose, and Charlotte, and Sasha, and Bayley, Becky, Charlotte, like I mentioned before. Bianca to an extent, he's getting that shovel ready. Asuka to an extent, even though that shovel's being ready for her. Shayna's basically buried. The grave is just there. Everybody from NXT that comes up to Vince, the golden shovel comes out. Goodbye. Your career goes down the drain. So, I would think that Cole's going to stay. He's going to win the title, and then he's going to probably lose it to Kyle or Pete Dunne. One of those 2. And Killer Kross is going to go up to the main roster, be a big star, and then the golden shovel comes out for him. It's just the way it is. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. So, yeah, so I gave that final segment 3 out of 5 stars. Final rating for NXT, 7 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought down below. And that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, everybody. Met Game is on now, so go watch it. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you, everybody. And I'm out. Peace, bitches.